Good day, everyone. My name is Gaziz, and today I want to talk about game of jobs. And I once had a talk with one smart guy who actually happened to be a minister taking a very high political role currently in Kazakhstan, who told me that there are three matters which are of utmost importance, and these are your education, occupation, and who you build your family with. And life can forget any mistake, but not in these ones. And I think that I've done my choices right many years ago. I love my job, and I love my family. My wife is actually accompanying me here, and I'd like to thank her for convincing me to be here. But back to the moment when I was making my choices in school, just like previous presenter Evie, I was obsessed with math and physics. I also loved games, and I even loved to program them. At that time, it was slightly higher than now. But then, all of a sudden, I changed my mind, and I decided to become a lawyer. That was an influence of our political science, probably. And I went to the best law school here in Kazakhstan, and I did my master's, and I came back to Kazakhstan, and I thought that finding a job will be easy, and it wasn't. I spent about 1 year searching. But then I got to Ernst & Young, which is a big firm, very highly professional people who we still are in touch, who helped me to go through the very hard juniorship years when I gained the experience. And and historically entering the profession was easy when the number of job increased, and for me as a lawyer it was easy. The number was increasing all the time since the beginning of 20th century. But at the moment, as in many other professions, we are having changes, and AI is reshaping the world. Just recently, the first fully AI-driven law firm got the authorization in the UK, and many responders from different professional services say that within the next few years, by 2030, AI agent will be central in their work. And that actually removes, or not eliminates, but significantly reduces all junior work, the drafting, preparation of the materials. Me and the lawyers who worked before me, we spent a lot of time in libraries and searching databases. AI can now do it easily. And then the big question is, what would new graduates do when they graduate? Because now the labor market, they've put different requirements. Problem framing, knowing very well having expert opinion, and risk assessment, client management. You don't have it immediately after you graduate because you need experience for that. And as a parent, I'm concerned how my kids will get the job. Will that be easy for them or not? And I said that I love math. Apparently math contemplates a lot of laws in terms of employment. Because back in 1973, Michael Spencer, in his, forgot the name of the paper, but he explained that actually job finding is a kind of signaling game, where employer doesn't know what your abilities are, but from signal that you translate to them, they try to deter what your abilities. Education is a good example, because the higher degree, the better degree, the more demanding degrees, the more effort you need to put to get it. And by seeing that, employer thinks that you are the one who is capable of doing the hard job. Other areas like researches, internships with some cool firms could also they signal that you're very hard worker. And sorry. And actually, there's another screening game. When you come through interviews, the thing which maybe was not necessary previously, but now interviews and assessments, they take a very hard role in employment. And then there's a matching game, a game where employers select candidates and candidates select employers. And networking is very important and referring. So the bigger your network is, the easier it is for you to get a job. And the rules of these games are changing, but games are still there. And so I asked myself, what would be the way to put that signal? How to strengthen it in an environment where signals are not that, because it's important that your signal is not just high, it's higher of the others. And then, what is that something that you can do that others cannot to make your signal, to maximize your signal? And the answer is pretty simple, it's time. Because AI, it does not just reshape the world of your profession, but it also reshapes your abilities. It allows you now, even as a school pupil, as a student, as a young adult, it allows you to build anything you want. You can make an app. You can build a project. You can run a service just with a few clicks. And it's all available. It doesn't require now any great skills. And if you lack any skills, social network allow you to find someone who thinks like you, and in a team you can make anything. And sooner you get into that, the better your position will be when you get into the job market. Because first of all, you would know what to do, and secondly, you would know how to do. So when I encourage parents who are sitting here in the room to buy a subscription to AI services, to support, to encourage their kid to start developing with AI. And that changes much, I believe. So coming back to the beginning of my discussion, apparently if you make a mistake with your education or occupation, you can fix it now. But the third question remains very important. It's still very vital who do you build the family with, but that's another story.